And today with one of the best-selling electric bikes from DYU. This is the Model T1 and it is a small compact bike which looks like a BMX. And for those that are from my generation and ride those kinds of bike, the T1 is a lot more comfortable. And now on full electric, here we go. We feel a nice easy kick, I would say, on the electric more at the beginning, on the electric motor. But there we go, 24 kilometers per hour. I was reaching 25 a few minutes ago, but at this moment 24, which is a good speed, I would say. If we go to the beach, or if we go to work, or if we go just for a ride, smooth ride, either with assistant or not, or a scenario when we need to put our vehicle on the maintenance, we just put the bike on the trunk and there we go. We can use without any other transportation. It has 20 inches wheels with a 250 watt motor located in the rear wheel and a 10 amp hour battery that can be removed for charging. The bike is foldable, which is great in my particular case, so I can just put it on my car, which doesn't have a big trunk. I can just open the crank, which is at the center of the frame, then I can fold it, and the same goes for the handlebar stem, and the pedals also fold to take up as little space as possible, allowing me to put it in and take it out of the trunk without any issues, and making the bike a lot more versatile because I can take it anywhere that I go. There are a few more details that I really want to share with you, but first of all, let's take a look at the unboxing. Unboxing and assembly of the DYU T1 is done. It comes already pre-assembled. I only had to put the pedals, which were really easy. They are retractable, so if we want to use space on our car or something like that, we can retract them. A matter of 30 minutes more or less. Now, in terms of design, in my opinion, the bike looks really nice. It has a magnesium frame, which there are no welds. Now, this is a selling point from DYU, and one of the things that I did try was to see if I could find any welds right over here, but none at all, which is a great job in part of them, and this will really give a cooler look to the bike. There are two colors available. This is the steel gray, and there's also a green olive, which I still haven't seen in real life, only in pictures. But what I can say, and hopefully I can share that on the screen, is that it's still gray, but it looks to me a bluish gray. So it is this kind of mixture of colors that gives it a really nice, cool looking design. It weighs 22 kilograms, which is not that much. And when we are riding it, we will not feel it because it's just going in cruise, no issues whatsoever. The only time that I do feel its weight is when I'm just packing it up to put it on my trunk, or if we are going on a public transportation, then we will need to carry it. Those are the only scenarios that I can see myself picking it up. So not being the lightest weight bike that we have seen, it's not the heaviest either, and in my opinion quite manageable to take it in public transportation or even on our trunk. The brakes are disc brakes in both wheels, probably you have checked that already, and for the tests that I've been doing on these past few days, they're more than enough for the speed that we can get. So the normal mode is the assisted mode, and this means and feels when I apply some pressure to the pedal, and I'm in 4th gear right now, what happens is that it will push me. So I just need to apply a little bit of pressure and pooh, it feels like someone is pushing me towards without any effort at all. So we have 7 gears, and if we go to, let's say, 5th, 6th and 7th, and I don't need to apply too much, just a little bit of pressure, and I feel that if I apply more, it will give me more boost. So without any effort, at this moment I'm at 20 kilometers per hour. If you are feeling lazy, we have the full electric mode, which if I press the throttle, it will go up to 25 kilometers per hour maximum. The wheels are 20 inches and have these 3 spokes, which in my personal opinion, besides making the bike look a lot better, they are very light. And if we want to keep the bike clean, it's much easier to clean with these spokes than with the traditional race. The tires are road tires, but we can handle some off-road riding as well. Nothing too extreme, but the mud guards are plastic and optional. I did place in these 2 to see how it looks and how it behaves. Honestly, here it doesn't rain that much. Last week it was raining a lot, so it might be useful in those scenarios, but it's something that in terms of design, I do believe that it looks better without the mud guards. Honestly, looks good as well, but this will depend on where we live, the weather that we have. Probably in my particular case, I will remove them. Let's see. It has a 7-speed Shimano gear system at the back, no gears at the front. And what I felt during the usage is that if I turn off completely, which I did in several times, the electric modes, I can ride it like a normal bike, really comfortable, easy to ride. So it's up to me if I want to have an easy ride or if I want to do some exercise and push myself. So one of my curiosities is how it behaves on full electric mode and on pedal assist on a hill, for example, such as this one. So I'm at 3rd gear right now, and let's go up. Sorry if I'm getting too far, but 12 kilometers per hour, 3rd gear, and I feel that he's pushing me, so I can, no worries at all, put in 4th gear. Now we are at 14 kilometers per hour, 15, and we are decreasing. 12. Let's see if we can go up or not. 10 kilometers per hour, 9, and it looks and it feels that is stabilizing. So it's not accelerating, but it's not decelerating. For small hills, it will do just fine. And at this moment, I'm I'm gonna leave it and see the speed that I can get. We are at 30 kilometers per hour, 33, 35 kilometers per hour, and that is it. So the electrical part will not block the speed. But what I did felt on this hill is that most of it we can just on full electric without any issues whatsoever. But when it gets steeper and steeper, it will start slowing down, and hopefully you could see at the end that it was really slow at 4 kilometers per hour. So if it gets steeper, we will need to use the pedal to give it some assistance so that we can climb that hill. But the experience was really cool. The system works depending on the pressure that we apply on the torque. So the more pressure I apply, the more boost I will have, which is a really nice sensation. We will feel like when we push the pedal, someone is at our back pushing us without any effort, and that's really cool. The battery is located at the back of the bike and can be charged like this, or we can remove it to charge it at home or at our office. Now, one of the things that I noticed is one noise on the battery. So when we are going through roads with holes, we will hear something like this. Nonetheless, one of the fixes that I'm going to do is to put in double-sided tape, and those 3mm double-sided tape, and it will eliminate this. But if I could, this would be one of the things that I would change in factory. Nothing serious, but just have in mind that if you listen to a noise, this is it. Nothing else does any noise. The bike is really quiet, so only this, but it's an easy fix. It will take about 5 to 6 hours to fully charge the battery, and it will allow us an autonomy of about 55 kilometers on assisted mode. Now, I've done 2 discharges on my testings, but I still haven't done a full electric mode in terms of autonomy. I will try to do before I finish this video, but if there's no info yet, just come back in a couple of days and I will put it on the description of this video or on the first comment, the full autonomy that we can get on full electric, which I'm really curious as well. Now, the seat or saddle, it is very comfortable, but this is something that even if it wasn't, we can replace. But it has an interesting system right over here, which is this shock absorber, and you can see it right over there, and it makes a huge difference. For those that come from a mountain bike, which have front absorption shocks, you will feel the difference when you go on bumps. But in compensation, the great is that you will not feel on your bumps. So really great add-on right over here, especially for those that want an easy and comfortable ride. On the handlebar, it doesn't seem like an electric bike because it's so simple, just looks like a normal bike. Actually, the whole bike looks like a normal bike, which is great. It doesn't grab that attention. So here on the handlebar, we will have 2 levers for the brakes, the adjustments for the 7-speed gear, the optional throttle, which I did install, a bell, which is right over here, and the button to turn on and off the electric mode, which indicates the battery level through these 3 indicators. Now, the button also serves to turn on and off the front light, and the rear light is rechargeable and needs to be turned on manually when required. It doesn't have any display, as I said, and it would be cool to have. Nothing really serious, but we can always use our phone like I did with an app that gives us speed, GPS and all that sorts of things. My experience so far has been really great, and this is a bike that I see using on my daily use, especially because it's versatile. I can just put it on the trunk of my car, go anywhere, and then when I want to enjoy a ride in a different place, I can do so. If I want to take my car to the maintenance, I just leave the car there, take the bike out, and there I go to work or anywhere else. So I really love the design. I love the way that it's so simple to assemble, and you saw that on the unboxing. And I really enjoy having the 2 modes, which is the assisted mode and full electric, which in some bikes that are on the market, that's not possible. Things that I would change if I could. I would add a screen right over here, at least with the speed, the distance that we did in 1 or 2 trips, and the battery level. Also, I would improve a little bit here the battery place with something with a cushion that would avoid this. But that being said, this is a great bike. If you want to know more details, prices, availability, I will leave the link down below. Hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did so, don't forget that usual thumbs up right over there, which is really appreciated on this side of the screen. My name is Roberto, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.